thought, being winter, I'll get dressed nice and warm and come out early morning because the sun rises a little bit later and we can see the first little bits of the rays of the sun touching the other side of this. Be quiet and see if I can see the otters come through.
So way before the sunrise, I set out to see if I can spot these elusive, inquisitive otters. And so what a beautiful sunrise that was. I had a pretty good idea where their den was, and I head off to see if I could sit there and watch them come in. Otters are early morning creatures, so we see them in the early morning sunrise when they come out of their den, and that's what I'm off to do now. Let's go see what the otter's up to.
So we are moving into the dune fields now. This is along the point, walking along a fisherman's path, hoping to catch the otters in their den or coming out to sun themselves. And they will be making their way towards the
shop is also blessed with some oysters, smelly. The resonance oysters are picked up from the ocean, stored in their territory, underfoot. Mum and pups will probably be in here somewhere in the unique frequency. They quite often burrow. Everyone can tap into, but this is the entrance to their den.
On top of that dune, and watch them come down to greet the sun. Okay, so I'm coming up to where their den is, and I'm walking very, very carefully, very quietly, because it looks like from that dark line that's going up there that they have already come down and already had a bit of a roll. So these are their footprints in the sand bath. You can see how they've rolled their bodies. And this is either last night or this morning. So I'm going to be taking my chances and I'm going to be waiting for them. Fish traps, they're actually ancient fish traps along Shark Point. Beautiful morning. We'll be watching out for otters. Let's see if we can spot them. And this freshwater pool overlooks this area. So I'm going to be patient because patience always pays off. But by the looks of it, I look at those dark footprints right over there. Those are otter prints. Now a lot of them pointing upwards, which means that could have been last night. The sun's coming up behind me. I'm out here waiting to see the otters. So welcome. Got you here with me. Let's hope they come out. Cape Clawless Otter is quite an inquisitive little animal. The female's responsibility to rear the pups, and she'll do that for about 2 years and show them how to catch things and where to go. Beautiful out here this morning. As you can see, I'm on a little vantage point on a ridgy dune. Okay, and so we're waiting to see what otters might do. If they do come around, it'd be nice. If they don't, still a beautiful morning. As you can see, the sun is busy streaking out behind me and touching the village. And the sleepy village of Cape St. Francis wakes up to yet another unbelievably beautiful day. It's now considered low tide. You can see how the sun is peeking around the corner there. Good morning, good morning. This is Shark Point. It's a unique resonance point in our area. It's on the 34-degree south parallel. And the 34-degree south parallel is a ley line. And this ley line supplies the energy into the quartzite. Ooh, my gimbal's going crazy again, trying to find me. We can see signs of wildlife everywhere. Very quiet. You might just see them. And then you can see how they've been dragging their tails up here. And it's like a highway, so their den is most certainly up here. It's going up into the den. All of this is going up into the den. And they haven't been out for their morning thing, so they're still waiting for the sun. So I'm going to take up position again, but I'm going to change my position. I might have woken them up. So let's see. Okay, so I didn't get to see the otters this morning, but what I did get to do was I got to lie down in the resonance point for at least an hour to an hour and a half. And what that did was it completely tuned me in to the frequency which is out here, which is the unique frequency of Shark Point, the love frequency, the abundance frequency, and the frequency of the earth, which we're all coded into. And quite often when I get lost, not literally lost, men never get lost, they just momentarily disorientated. Anyway, yeah, when you get lost and you kind of like lose your frame of reference, that's what I mean by getting lost, then by tuning into our beautiful Mother Earth and the abundance frequency and the tuning that she has, we have the opportunity to calm ourselves down. So as I'm walking back, I'm reflecting on the morning and what did I experience while I was out here. And apart from that incredible sunrise that peeked out over this peninsula, I also realized that this area has a little pyramid. It's so amazing. So I noticed that. And then also I noticed that I might have been a little bit late for the otters. And it happens to be super low tide. So I am just going to explore the rock pools for a second. Beautiful little pool out here. So I haven't seen the otters, but let's see why. I'm now in one of the pools, or one of the areas where the otters love to forage. So being low tide, I'm just going to have a look at what else I can see. That was a morning spent out looking for otters. We saw a lot of signs of otters, but I would like to show you how amazing it is to actually spot otter prints. This is also, I think, in the night, and it all indicates coming out of the ocean and going back up into the dune. So they must have been early risers. Such cutie footprints. Let me show you. Early morning tracking is the way to do it. You can see how the sun allows you to track much better in the early morning. So they were very active, looking for stuff. So we know that these otters were also eating grubs. So insects that live in the soil. Amazing. Look at that. How do we know the difference that it was not a dog scratching over here and that it was actually an otter? Is number one, the prints will give it away, but also no nails. You can see there he's dug in there in the hole and there's no nail marks. So all of these holes, whatever this otter was trying to catch, it was living in the sand. And obviously on its way home felt like a snack. What quite often happens is that oysters would wash up on the beach overnight with the last high tide. There seems to be a little bit of swell. Oof, big red bait. It's washed up. That's edible, but not at the moment. If it's on the beach, it's no longer edible. If it's in the water, yeah, it's very good. See a little white heron busy hunting in the shallows. We'll go and explore these shallows and see, maybe we'll get some oysters. An oyster for breakfast, that would be nice. So, let's see. Because on a low tide, all of this rock is exposed. And this rock is absolutely populated with limpets,